birds, they kill everything around them. You know, it's the Green New Scam. It's part of the Green New Scam. But they had, think of it, a 3-year inflation rate essentially at about 39, if you include everything. They like to say, well, we're not including food, minor things like rent, food, energy. Under my leadership, you had virtually no inflation. Under Crooked Joe, you had energy prices reach the highest level in history, the history of anywhere. That's a good idea. We'll be here for a while. Let's just enjoy it. Sit down wherever you can. Whoever has a seat, sit down. I'm very honored. Don't worry, you'll be standing up soon. You'll be standing. You know, speaking of standing up, behind me, I just see them. These are incredible women. I don't know about the husbands. I don't know what's on with the husbands because, so this is, I think it's about the 115th time. And they come from a place that's not too far away. You do like North Carolina, right? They come from North Carolina, so it's, you know, they travel to Texas, California. Oh, there they are. There's some more over here. There's a husband. Finally, I see a husband. But these women are unbelievable. They love our country. And at least for this one, they didn't have to travel very far. So that's very nice. And then over here, we have Front Row Joes. I think it's 125. I don't know what they do. I know they're rich, but I don't know what they do. But we love all of you. You're great American patriots. Thank you. And by the way, the Vietnamese delegation, I don't know what it is about Vietnam, but they do like me. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we like them. Thank you. They travel me. They travel with me all over. You know, I must be too soft on Vietnam because you like me too much. You like me too much. Thank you very much. I agree. They want freedom. That's right. Under Biden, gas prices have reached $5, $6, and even $7 a gallon. In some places in California, they've gone up to $8 and $9. 3 years ago, under my leadership, we had energy independence, and we were soon going to have energy dominance. All over the world, we're going to be dominant. We have more liquid gold under our feet than any other country. Think of it. And we don't know what we're doing with it. I had gas prices at $1.87 a gallon. Wouldn't that be nice? Thanks to Bidenomics, the 3-year mortgage rate has hit a 22-year high, with the average mortgage payment at a brutal $3,322 a month. They've never had numbers like that. When I was president, the average monthly mortgage rate was nearly 50% less. In fact, we had numbers at 2%. We had a period of time at 2%, and it never veered much from that. You were saving $19,000 a year on your mortgage. And while Crooked Joe likes to brag about the stock market is up just a small percentage after you deduct and adjust for inflation, which is setting records. What we're doing with inflation. And by the way, after the election, and we can't say this because much bigger problems, our country will be destroyed if we don't win this election. But if perchance they won, you will see numbers on energy, the likes of which you've never seen before. They are doing, you know, they're pumping it as much as they can under the Trump. They're saying, keep it going, let them keep going. If this election ended as a failed election or a rigged election, and I say the only way it can end where they win is a rigged election, because what they did in 2020 is disgraceful. And look what happened. Look what happened to our country. You have wars that never would have taken place. Russia would have never attacked Ukraine. Israel would have never been attacked. You wouldn't have had inflation. It was all caused by the energy. But by contrast, under my leadership, the stock market was up by an astounding 62%, with inflation almost at zero, 62%. With your vote, we will vanquish Bidenomics, which is a very negative term. You know, he heard the term, he loved it. Oh, that's good. No, that's a really bad term. It didn't work. And we will reinstate Maganomics. That's right. Maganomics. You guessed it. And we will bring our country back from hell. Our country has been through hell. When you think about what happened in Afghanistan, all the things that took place, our country's been through hell. We're laughed at all over the world. Crooked Joe is now pushing a $6 trillion tax hike. $6 trillion. This will be the largest tax hike in the history of our country, maybe in the history of the world, I guess. And if he wins, that's what's in store for the hardworking people of South Carolina, a wonderful state that we work so closely with Henry and everybody. And we had it to a level that it's never seen before. And now it's never going to be quite like that. It can't be, but it's just going off. You know, the stock market is up. Many people, some of the smartest people in the market, say it's up because we're leading Biden in the polls by so much, and they expect that we're going to win. If we lose, you're going to have a crash like you wouldn't believe. If we lose, that's an incentive if you have stock. If we have a tragedy happen on November 5th, it would be a tragedy. In the opinion of many, and in my opinion, you will have the largest stock market crash we've ever had, because a lot of the stock market, because the only thing that's doing well is the stock market, and it's doing well because the polls are all showing that we're winning by a lot. So we gotta make sure we win. And if we win, you're all getting the biggest tax cuts because we're doing additional cuts and a brand new Trump economic boom, a boom like you've never seen before, not even in our great 4 years. When I was president, we slashed taxes for working families. We doubled the child tax credit. Not a very Republican thing to do, but I said, let's do it anyway. That was something that we wanted to do, and people are very happy about it. The mothers, the families, they're very happy. We did something that we really felt we should do, and we supported moms and dads by dramatically expanding education savings accounts, which is a big deal. Use them. Under my leadership, the Republican Party will always support the creation of strong, thriving, healthy American families. We're supporting America First, a little thing called America First. We want to make it easier for mothers and fathers to have babies, not harder. You know that. That includes, and you saw this, it was a big deal over the last few days, that includes supporting the availability of fertility treatments like IVF in every state in America. You've been seeing Alabama. It's been a big story. Like the overwhelming majority of Americans, including the vast majority of Republican, conservatives, Christians, and pro-life Americans, I strongly support the availability of IVF for couples who are trying to have a precious little beautiful baby. I support it. And today I'm calling on the Alabama legislature to act quickly to find an immediate solution to preserve the availability of IVF in Alabama, and I'm sure they're going to do that. The Republican Party should always be on the side of the miracle of life and the side of mothers and fathers and beautiful little babies. Have to be on that side. IVF is an important part of that, and our great Republican Party will always be with you. We're always going to be with you in your quest to find that ultimate joy in life. You know, the ultimate joy in life is a beautiful, healthy, wonderful baby. So we are with you, and I wanted you to know that. And a lot of Republicans call me. I put that message out on a thing called Truth Social. Has anybody been tuning in lately? It's hot. Truth Social's hot. But we put it out a little while ago, and a lot of people called up, a lot of politicians called up. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And that's the way we feel. So we're going to be with you all the way, and you're going to see things. We want to help. I mean, it's a very big subject, frankly, very complicated and very big, but we're with you all the way. And I think there are a lot of happy people in this room. Most of you know exactly what I'm talking about, but thank you very much. Most of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Crooked Joe Biden is not the only massive tax hiker in this race. You also have a person, oh, she's so bad. She said, I will never run against our president. He has been a great president. He is one of the greatest presidents ever. I will never run. I promise you, I will never, ever run. 3 years later, how about that? 3 years later, she goes,